doing?
Good.
You wish it was Monday?
After seeing this place, yeah, definitely. It's been a long time.
You were good last year, obviously. What did you want to do to get better this year, and what do you think you've accomplished?
I think I wanted to get more confidence, just get a better understanding of the whole defense. There's a lot you can always get better at, and after playing with guys like AJ Hawk and Bobby Carpenter, you see a lot of what they did, and you try to kind of emulate that and be the players that they were, and because they were tremendous players. You saw the work ethic they had. Even going into their senior year, they thought they weren't good enough and things like that. So I think that that hard work ethic and just things like that, I tried to get from them and really just try to get better at everything. I mean, it's cliche, but you really, even with your strengths, you have to try to get even stronger, and obviously improve your weaknesses as well.
Coach Luke talked about you getting more physical. I guess you stayed the same weight, added more muscle.
Yeah, it's just a mentality. I think last year, I don't think as a defense we were really all that physical. We made good plays, we got turnovers, but as being physical, I don't think we were really that. This year, I think our defense is doing a better job of getting good hits in and stuff like that. We talked after last season how we couldn't even make a highlight tape of big hits, so that's something that we wanted to focus on, was getting good hits, and being more physical at the point of attack.
Talk a little bit about your hockey background, I guess. You played high school? Or
yeah, I just played high school hockey, Minnesota. Everybody has a high school hockey team, girls and guys. That's kind of like football in Ohio, or football in Texas is the way hockey is like in Minnesota. And, we would get consistently 1,000 people at every game. So it's something that was fun in high school. It's fun to play in high school, and I enjoyed it. But I love football. That's what my heart is.
And you like being a goon, or what's that?
I definitely wasn't a dangler. I wasn't a stick handler or a scorer. I was mainly a physical presence, and that was it.
Were you
defenseman or
dad's?
Yeah,
Were you around your dad's matches a lot? Did that kindle your interest in sports?
I was around my dad's matches whenever he came to Minneapolis, and I had flown out to California once with him, went down to Mississippi once with him. But other than that, he wouldn't let me miss school or anything. Or
what do you remember about those? I mean, what were they? Were they like sports events, or were they?
Yeah, they're fun. They're entertaining. It's all entertainment, and it was a lot of fun, a lot of good memories, a lot of fun meeting the guys. You get to meet guys like Hulk Hogan, The Rock, Stone Cold. Everyone, little kid that loves wrestling wants to meet those guys, and I got to meet those guys on a regular basis. So.
You were popular among your friends?
Definitely. Loved everyone wanted to meet, my dad and wanted to kind of go around the shows, and anyone that was a close friend of mine got to. My dad would get like 40 tickets whenever he came home, and just a fun childhood growing up, really.
James, how much did last year influence the way you guys are doing things this year? Everybody's saying it's a business trip and everything. And if there's something good to come out of that game, would it be the preparation for this game?
Yeah, I think that you have to realize. I think last year we were a little lackadaisical on our bull trip. I think our practices this year are a lot more focused. The guys are a lot more focused on how they handle their free time. I think last year players were trying to enjoy themselves too much. Where this year it's more like you said, it's a long road game. I think it compares back to the Washington trip. We went out there 2 days early for Washington early in the season. Kind of get out there and get focused, and I think it's the same way. Guys are hanging around watching film, staying in the hotel, being focused about this game, and I think you have to be that way because it's really easy to get distracted at these things. There's all these dinners and things to go to.
No Bourbon Street for you guys?
No Bourbon Street, not yet. No.
James, talking about football, LSU has tons of weapons on the offensive side of the ball. You being on the main stage on your team, talk about what you guys are going to need to do. What's your game plan going into Monday?
They throw a lot of different stuff at you. I mean, they have so many ways that they can attack you. They have the ability to pound the ball at you. With 18 and 5, they have some great running backs, great fullbacks, and they have some really good tight ends too. So they have the ability to really come at you and run the ball, and they have the ability to go empty, and they have the skilled receivers to do that and be effective with it. So I mean, there's certain packages that they have for different things, and you have to try to basically keep them under control. But they are a tremendous team. They're a tremendous threat on offense, and you have to basically just try to do your job in every play. As long as you can execute your assignment, you should be okay. But this game comes down to being physical, and I think as the season goes on, the games that that we've been more physical than teams in the games that we've been successful, and so we have to focus on trying to be more physical because they definitely are a physical offense.
Change you guys on the offensive side.
I'm not Troy Smith.
I've said that a few times, yeah. Obviously I'm not, because he did so many great things with his legs and his arm, and he did more things with his legs than I can. Obviously he did some great things, but I got to go out there, like I said, make the right reads. I'm not going to be able to scramble for 20 yards every other play like he did to make plays with my feet, but I go out there and make the right reads and let Beanie do the running and I'll do the throwing.
And yet you're in the same stage as this team was last year with him.
Obviously, it wasn't just all me. Our own line had a tremendous year and gave me a lot of time, opened the holes, and our receivers made some great plays. Robisky and Hartline are great receivers, and obviously with Beanie carrying the ball, that's something else to watch.
Todd, you talk about LSU's defense and tremendous players on that side of the ball. Any players in particular that you're going to be trying to keep your eyes on, trying to know where they're at all times when you take a snap?
You've got to know where Stelz is at all times, 16. He makes some great plays. I think he might even be leading our team in interceptions and in tackles, so that says a lot right there. And with Dorsey up front, you always got to know where he's at. He's so big and strong and fast and powerful. He makes so many plays.
And all these guys that keep asking you about Troy Smith, are you kind of looking to do an old-school Tennessee type scenario? Peyton Manning leaves, T. Martin steps in, wins a championship. That's something maybe you're hoping to go for?
Oh, definitely. That's our goal at the beginning of the season, is to win a championship. We've got to go out there, play our game, not make many mistakes, and just keep on playing our game and have some big plays here and there and hopefully win the game.
Have you talked to any of your buddies on the defensive side of the ball? Anyone that they know that they're going to need to stop offensively for you guys to come away with that W?
Well, I know they got some speedy receivers, some playmakers over there, and their backs are pretty fast too. Their running backs, he's tough also.
Coach, what do you anticipate for tomorrow night going to bed for the national championship game? Do you think if you have trouble sleeping?
I've been sleeping pretty good all week. We've been having some long days, all those functions and practice and everything, getting up early. So hopefully I'll be all right, but I don't know yet.
Coach Tressel said this is a once-in-a-lifetime experience, but for this team, it's been 2 years in a row. This is still a pretty big deal, though, isn't it?
Oh, definitely. It's nice to get a second crack at it. Just how it happened last year. It's always nice to get back here and hopefully prove a lot of people wrong.
Have you talked to Troy during the year, or have you had a chance to do that, or has he had a chance to call you and say, hey, I know I've watched you this game or even this weekend?
I think maybe early in the year I talked to him maybe once or twice, but he knows how busy our schedules are, and he's where he's at now. It's tough to get in contact with everybody just because of our schedules, how tough they are, but he knows what I'm going through, and it's we get so many phone calls, it's tough to get with.
What's the best advice he gave you maybe before he left?
Just go out there and play smart football. To be a quarterback, you got to be tough. That's one thing I think he possessed, was he was a tough quarterback. He had great toughness and did so many things. He just made so many plays.
Todd, you mentioned how to get some confidence back after those 2 games working on your fundamentals. Where are you at now, from a confidence standpoint? Looking at this one, were you correct what you thought that went wrong?
Well, I think so. Each and every day we keep on working on that. If I do something wrong, coach is going to tell me. If it's in the film, wherever it is on the field, I'm trying to improve each and every day. And I think this past week practice has been going really well for everybody, and everybody's improving.
But I mean, is your mindset now like what it was the first 10 games? Having that running everywhere, throwing it where you wanted. Compared to the last 2, where would you say you're?
Yeah, I think so. I'm very confident in my ability just because of the guys I have around me who are gonna, I know are gonna make the plays and help me out.
You mentioned being tough. As part of that toughness, how do you deal with the game? You're so hot when you're touchdown. Things kind of the skids a little bit. Is that part of that toughness? You to deal with that and still having confidence in yourself?
Oh, definitely. That toughness deals with everything. That's with the mind, having to be a tough mind, physically being tough, just everything. You got to know where everybody's at on the field, just little things like that goes with all that, includes everything.
Todd, we spent some